The clang of tools, the smell of grease, and the low hum of an industrial fan filled Carver's auto works. Workers leaned against benches, watching the boss lean on the hood of a beaten-up cherry-red muscle car. The paint had faded, but the legend around it hadn't. Every mechanic in the shop had taken a crack at its engine. Every single one had failed. "This beauty's been sitting here for 6 months," Mr. Carver drawled, tapping the hood with the back of his knuckles. "I've thrown my best men at it. Nothing. Dead as a doornail." He let the words hang in the air before his gaze locked onto Lena. She was kneeling beside a motorcycle, her braid swinging as she worked a stubborn bolt loose. Oil streaked her cheek like war paint. She didn't look up. "You," Carver said suddenly. The chatter in the shop dimmed. "Think you can do better than my crew?" Finally, Lena stood, wiping her hands on the thighs of her overalls. She met his stare, unflinching. "If the engine's not beyond saving, I can fix it." A few mechanics chuckled under their breath. "Bold words," one murmured. Carver's smirk widened, the kind of smile that dared someone to try and fail. "All right, Princess," he said, emphasizing the nickname so it cut just a little deeper. "Here's the deal, 30 minutes. You get this engine running, I'll pay you triple what I pay my top man. Fail, and you wash every car that comes through here for the next month. Deal?" Her father, Tommy, looked up from across the shop, his brow furrowed. "Lena," he started, but she raised a hand to silence him. "Deal," she said. The laughter returned, louder this time. Someone in the back muttered, "She's just a kid, this is going to be fun." Without another word, Lena walked to the far wall, past racks of shiny new tools, and grabbed a single old wrench. It was worn smooth from years of use, the handle wrapped in faded red cloth. Carver cocked an eyebrow. "That's all you're gonna use?" She met his gaze again, calm and steady. "It's the only one that matters." The shop fell silent. Even the fan's hum seemed quieter as she popped the hood and leaned over the engine, her fingers moving with the confidence of someone who knew more than she was letting on. The air in the shop grew heavy, with the scent of gasoline and metal as Lena worked. She didn't speak, she didn't glance up. Her hands moved with quick precision, loosening bolts, tracing wires, and removing parts others had deemed untouchable. Every twist of the wrench felt deliberate, like she was unlocking a safe. The crew leaned in from all sides, whispering. "She's not following the manual," one muttered. "She's doing it wrong," another snorted. Lena ignored them, her eyes narrowing at the corroded assembly beneath the carburetor. She slid her wrench into place and, with a sharp turn, exposed a hidden compartment in the engine block. A few gasps broke the silence. "What the hell is that?" one mechanic asked. "A compression bypass," she said without looking up. "This model was a prototype. The original schematics never made it to production manuals." Carver stepped closer, his arms still crossed but his jaw tightening. "And you know this how?" She paused, finally glancing up. Her voice was calm, steady. "Because the man who designed this was my father." A stunned murmur rippled through the shop. Tommy, watching from the corner, shifted uncomfortably, pride flickering in his eyes. Lena replaced the part with one she'd crafted on the fly from scraps nearby, tightened the bolts, and slid into the driver's seat. The silence was absolute. She twisted the key. The engine roared to life, smooth, deep, and powerful. Not a cough, not a stutter. Mechanics who had spent weeks failing to revive it just stood frozen, their eyes wide. Carver's smirk had vanished entirely. "How?" he started. Lena shut off the engine and stepped out, wiping her hands. "You were all trying to fix what you could see, but this car's heart was hidden. My dad taught me where to look." She rested a hand on the hood. "And now you know. I'm the only one who can keep it beating." Carver held her gaze for a long moment, the tension hanging between them. Finally, he gave a single, reluctant nod, the universal sign of respect in a place where words weren't easily given. The whispers stopped, the laughter was gone, and for the first time the crew didn't see the boss's mechanic's daughter. They saw the one who'd just done the impossible.